Now let's go and create the Kubernetes cluster first as a manually, and let's install the ArgoCD on top of it, and later we can stick the ArgoCD into our CICD pipeline by installing the CLI. For that, creating the cluster, I'll choose the GCP. For that, I'm going to Google Cloud Console, and there I'm going to create my Kubernetes cluster. So I'll search with the Kubernetes engine, and I'll head to the Cloud Shell. So I'll use the command line, where I can just run it and I'll create the cluster. So I'll just authorize it. Let me drag up. And this is the command that I'm going to use for creating the cluster with the name of Kubernetes deployment as a cluster name. So let me clear up my screen. I'm gonna paste this entire command over here. Let's press enter. It will take some time to initialize it. So we just need to wait for around 1 or 2 minutes. So I'll just pause the video over here. Let's not waste the time, and we'll resume it once it is done. Okay, so the cluster has been successfully created. So I'll just do kubectl get nodes. We have 3 nodes. Number of nodes here we have, and this is the name of our Kubernetes cluster. So we have 3 nodes successfully running on. And now it's time to install the ArgoCD. ArgoCD is a GitOps tool that we can use to sync up all our manifest file that are resides into our GitLab and get applied into Kubernetes cluster. So for that installation, we need to install the ArgoCD deployment into our Kubernetes cluster. So for that, we need to go to ArgoCD install.txt. So this is how we can create the ArgoCD deployment, and we can expose the we can expose the ArgoCD as a load balancer where we can have access to the UI, and accordingly we can enable the manual deployment at the first, and later that we can do the automation deployment via our GitLab. I'm just creating all ArgoCD pods and deployments and services by applying this command. Just applying all the manifest files that whatever we have pulled into the particular URL. Now it's time to patch our Kubernetes deployment that we have done into ArgoCD. So for that, before that, I'll show you the we have the cluster IP as a service that got exposed by applying all this. So kubectl get all hyphen n ArgoCD is the command that we can use to get all the resources that are available into the particular namespace. And if you see this one, we have these many pods are running, and these are the services that we have, and this is the service type of our ArgoCD server. Now it is the cluster IP, and this is the cluster IP address. So we don't have external IP address. And now we are going to we are going to expose it as a load balancer to access it to the external. So for that, we are going to use this command. It is get patched into the particular service and ArgoCD server with the specification type is load balancer. So once we have given that, and if I re-enter the previous command that we have used, so now it's going to create the load balancer. Service type, if you say this is a load balancer, and previously it was a cluster IP, and now it's going to create the external IP address. So let's create the screen. I'll do kubectl. I'll just give a watch. Kubectl get svc hyphen n ArgoCD. So now it is pending. So just need to wait few more seconds. So it will create one external. Yeah, it has created a was an external IP address. So we can take this IP address, we can copy it, and you can head back to your browser and paste it. And default, we need to give the port number 80. So it will expose the ArgoCD sub over here. Let me go to another browser, just HTTP only, colon 80. Let's check the port status. So all are running state. Yeah, it got up and running now. I'll go to advanced, proceed. So it's asked for username and password. The default username is admin, and password we need to get it from our particular pod. So for that we just need to run this command. It will give the base64 encoded one, the secret or password, whatever you consider it. So this is the secret of it, and as a password I'm going to use this one. uh, Let me copy that, copy and paste over here, sign in. So now we have successfully signed in into ArgoCD server, and now it's getting up and running. And now it's time to do the deployment. So if we want to do the deployment into this Kubernetes cluster, so now we are going to create another namespace. So for that, I'm going to say that I'm going to create the name as a. Let me clear the screen first. I'll say that kubectl create namespace. I'll say React or app-react. This is the namespace now, that I have created. I'm going to use this namespace that we can manually do deployment. So first I am going to create the project over here. So projects and a new project, and project name is the React. We just need to give a create and source repository. So we just need to give the URL of our first source repository. So if we head back over here, and this is our source repository, we'll go to the repository section, and the default branch is CICD project is the default branch. I'll go to here, and I'll do HTTPS. So I'll give the URL, and I'll save it, and the destination. So we just need to add the destination where we would like to apply these all the changes. So this is the cluster server, and the name, and the namespace we should give a app hyphen react, because we have successfully created the one namespace, right? So app react. So we are going to deploy our all the changes into that particular namespace. So for that reason, you just need to specify the namespace and press on save. Fine, that's all the enough. You can create the project, and another project you can create a number of applications. I'll just press on app new, and application name is the my hyphen react, and the project name is will pop up over here. This is a react, or else we can give a app react as a project name, same name as a namespace one. And source, we just need to head back to the source, copy the source over here, and the branch. So this is my branch. Here it shows that the head is a branch. You just need to remove the head name as a head, and you just need to keep it as a branch as a CSVD project. And it will ask you the path, where you have resides all your Kubernetes manifest file. So this is the path of my Kubernetes manifest file. I'll give this directory name on the root level, Kubernetes, and cluster. This is my cluster, and the namespace that is app hyphen react. So these are all the basic details you just need to give it to create the application for manual or automatic sync. So we have given the automatic sync. Just press on create, and it will create the project under application with the name of app react. So now it has been get up and running on all the ports. Let's see the status of the ports. If you go to events, it will say the successful pull it, create the container. Now the container has been up and running. I'll head back to the your namespace kubectl get svc app hyphen react. What is that? Okay, I need to give a hyphen n. My bad. So we have the load balancer successfully created. This is external IP and the port of 80. So let's hit this external IP address with the port 80, and let's see what response we'll get. It like manual deployment port 80. And meanwhile, let's check the pod status. kubectl get pods hyphen n app hyphen react. It should be up and running. Yeah, it's up and running. And let's give the port 80 for this. Let's see whether it is taking HTTPS or yeah, this is the reason. So we haven't specified the security. We need to remove the yes, then it will work. Yeah. Now deployment is successfully completed, and the manual is saying that hi and welcome. So this is how you can just create the Kubernetes cluster. You can install the ArgoCD on top of it, and you can create the project. And under the project, you can create a number of applications for a deployment. So it has successfully pulled all the changes from our GitLab repository of Kubernetes directory manifest files, and it gets successfully applied it on Kubernetes cluster. Now we can see the manual deployment, which is up and running on this port number. So now it's time to make it as an enable for automation deployment via CICD pipeline. So for that, I'm going to head back to this IDE, and I'm going to the GitLab CI.yaml file. So first, I'm enabling the deploy ArgoCD job, and enabling the DAST scan too. Both I'm enabling it. So here, we need to change few things. The first one is like ArgoCD login URL, because this is our ArgoCD login URL. I mean URL in terms of IP address. We just need to change the IP address, and the default port is 443 for ArgoCD. We don't require to change that. And username is admin, and password we need to change the password. So I think I haven't saved the password. Anyway, I'll get the password again over here. I'll just clear the screen. So I'm going to copy it from here, the password, copy it, and saving into my YAML file. So I'll remove everything related to this. So before making this video, I made a practice. That's why, I have already pre-configured it. And the app name is App React, and this is the app name. Wait, App React, and image push. So this is everything is perfect. And now we need to give the DAST scan URL, because we have enabled the DAST scan also with the OWS Zap. For that we need to install it. So but before that, I just want to give the IP address for this, so automatically it will pull the particular URL. It will scan all our source code. That's needed. That's enough for that. And so if you want to enable this, two jobs, which is a deployment into Kubernetes cluster and DAST scan, so we should install Argo CLI into your runner. So for that I'm heading into my documentation, and ArgoCD install.txt, and that under that we have the Argo CLI. We just need to run these few commands. Automatically it will get install it. So I'm heading to the server, the server of Ubuntu, clearing the screen. So I'm just passing this command to install the Argo CLI on my runner. Then only I can enable the deployment via CICD pipeline. And I'm just giving the permissions for this. I'm just moving it, and I'm checking the ArgoCD version. Very simple commands that you can use. These commands, you can initialize it. That is successfully done. So now it's time to install the OWS AP Zap on our GitLab runner, because we are going to enable two jobs. One is deployment, another one is the um, like you know scanning the runtime vulnerabilities of our application. So for that, I'm going to initialize this all those things. So on the runner, it's getting installed. Fine, it has successfully, and now we are going to OPT. So you may use other OWS APIs app. Instead of that, you can use any other DAST scan tool in your day-to-day pipelines. So the process is same. So once you've done the deployment, so you should have to have scan your runtime vulnerabilities of your live application. That's a good practice. So we have given all the successful information. So and let's run it. So let's comment all the changes into our pipeline. So we have successfully added our login URL of ArgoCD with the username and admin and password. This is the password, and we are given the app name for the syncing and the wait for that. And later we have given that our application URL where it is getting running for welcome page, and that's all. So let's do the comment. I'm going to the pipeline. So what I will do, I'll pause the video till the image push, and once the pipeline comes to deploy, I'll resume it. Yeah. So let me refresh it. So these two jobs are about to finish. I think it has successfully finished. Okay, let's open the deployment job with Argo CD. So as for the script that we have used seen here, so first it get authenticated with the Kubernetes cluster. So Argo CD authentication has been done and login is successful, and after that it just echoing it, and after it is syncing the React application with the target and the path that we have specified the Kubernetes. So sync allowed and automatic, and this is sync revision basic information it has been specified, and it's just checking the health checks into the Kubernetes cluster. And if I head back to the Argo CD, we can see there how many minutes ago it got synced. So let me refresh it. So I have it got synced 3 minutes ago or less than 2 minutes. We need to see. So yeah, so the last sync was done less than 3 minutes ago. So that's what it is showing now. And this is how you can do the deployment into the Kubernetes cluster with the help of Argo CD. If I just refresh it, and we can see the same welcome page. Hi and welcome. And this is the basic information is schematically showing whether it is healthy or not. So basic information it shows on Argo CD UI. So this is the basic deployment with the help of Argo CD into Kubernetes cluster. And if you see the last one, that's the scan. So it is just going to scan over all our source code, and it is going to get the vulnerabilities on runtime. So it's going to scan this particular IP address, and it's going to store all the information onto this particular scan report with this particular path. So we just need to download the part, and we can open it now. Report.html. Click on this link. It will get download, and you can see this one. So we have the low 3 vulnerabilities and medium 3 and low 2, and information is 2. So this is all the information about the vulnerabilities. So you can just go ahead and you can look into that, and accordingly we can take the you know we can take the decision whether how many vulnerabilities we can fix it by the help of us, or do we need to contact the developers to fix those vulnerabilities. So this is how, guys, like we can create the CICD pipeline from the scratch with the help of these all the tools with the industry best practices. And I hope you have enjoyed and understood all the stages that we have enabled: install, build, test, in image build, and image push, deploy, and DAST scan. And it makes you understand about this all information. And if you still have a doubts, I request you to drop your comments in comment section, and I'm happy to help you back on the queries you have. And feel free to contact me, and I'm going to drop my contact details over here, the email and mobile number. And I'm available for call, and but I'm staying in India, so based on that you can take a decision whether you're from abroad. You can text me in WhatsApp or Telegram, so I can, or if it's personal, so you can do it, or if it is related to the this pipeline, so you can text in the video description. And I hope it is make you more understandable of DevOps best practices. And yeah, like we have not maintained some security concern, like we have integrated directly the Sonar tokens and all. It's not a good practice, so I'm going to revoke all those tokens after this video. But yeah, like we just need to create the CICD variable. You can keep it, but I don't want to make more complicated. I just want to make you understand in an easy way. That's why I have given this all the information. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And once again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to Code Kamkaji, and like, share, subscribe to your Code Kamkaji. And bye bye. Stay tuned.